Now, from the University of Okoboji, it's Okoboji Broadcast with Jeff Thee.
Welcome to Okoboji Broadcast, everybody. I'm Jeff Thee. We're coming to you from our studios right here, historic Arnold's Park Amusement Park. I'm so glad to have back here with me Hannah Dibble, and she is the K through 12 educator for our wonderful extension office. And welcome, first of all.
Well, thank you for having me and for wearing your Iowa State shirt today.
I am proud to do so. Got a big game tonight, and boy, we've had some big games. And
yeah, with Purdy and the
oh
Super
my goodness,
Bowl.
Yeah, I was a little torn. I was all for Purdy, but then I kind of like Kansas City, but the Iowa State in me came out, and I tell you what. Mr. Irrelevant is very relevant, if you ask me.
Yes. Yep.
And I bet his contract gets jacked way up when it comes time. Yes. So go State, everybody. But we are talking about, some different things going on through the ISU extension in Dickinson County. And we are going to talk about a program we got coming up here towards the end of the month. But you've got something starting here this Thursday, the day after tomorrow, that we should talk about, because it's warm enough out there, Hannah, that we can talk about summer and people aren't thinking, well, they're nuts. It's not. It doesn't feel like it's close to summer, but we are, and you've got some great things going on.
Yeah, our summer camp registration opens Thursday the 15th at noon.
Yes.
So for working parents, try and hop on over your lunch break, get those sweeties registered. That's what we're calling them the day after Valentine's Day.
Well,
we're thinking about loving on our family. And
those sweeties, I like that.
Yeah, and invest in their learning and their social activities and things over the summertime by getting them registered for camp.
Yeah. What type of different camps have we got to offer?
Well, we're bringing back our Tots and Tomatoes program for families with toddlers up to age 6.
Okay.
And we do that with the farmers market out at the fairgrounds.
Yes.
So it's a gardening program. We learn about growing and produce, and they get little tokens to shop the market. And we have been loving that program. Yeah. So that's back. So we do have things for 2-year-olds. One of our awesome middle school programs, we have a grilled cheese challenge. Ooh. So we're learning about where our food comes from again, but also how to prepare it and being creative in marketing your recipe.
Yes.
And taste testing and just some really cool things. And we'll be taking a bus of kids over to the Omaha Zoo for a sleepover. Wow. Yeah, so those are some of our older or our middle school programs. And of course, we've got for the elementary age in between things from mermaids to veterinarians and learning about all kinds of things. Yeah,
so now are all these available online? You can take a look at them and make your choices and so forth then, Hannah?
Yep, so we've got a registration link all ready to go, again at noon on Thursday.
Noon on Thursday, so don't waste any time. Get on there noon on Thursday, because I imagine some of them probably fill up pretty darn quick.
They do. Unfortunately, some of our elementary camps last year sold out in 4 minutes. So this year we've been very intentional. You'll see more half-day programs on our program menu, because we're hoping that gets more spots available for more youth. Yeah.
4 minutes. I mean, that's like getting Taylor Swift tickets right there. So, yeah.
Oh, you can compare me to Taylor Swift any day you would like. Thank you, Jeff. All right.
It's my pleasure. Let me introduce you to Travis Kelce, too. So, yeah, that's right.
Oh, I'm taken.
I'm sorry, Travis. That's the way it is. Okay. Well, let's talk about, now that we've talked about some of the camps, you've got, and it is financial literacy, and this is for high school students.
Yes, so we are doing a brand new financial literacy series with the senior class of Spirit Lake High School. And this is our pilot program. So potentially in other years or after piloting, we'll be working with some other districts as well. Right. And we are really just focusing on being financially prepared for real life and decisions. Yes. And
let's face it, adulting is tough.
So hard.
It is harder when we're seniors in high school. We think, oh, I can't wait to be an adult, and then you become an adult, and it was great when I was a kid.
Yes, you know what I miss? I miss birthday presents. Oh, yeah. And adulthood, it hits you like, happy birthday. here in the mail, you can spend $200 for your vehicle registration
yeah.
and enjoy another trip around the sun.
Exactly, yeah, right.
So it's some of those real life nuggets, and the resources that we've pieced together are very research based. So they're incorporating some movement because that helps our brains remember and absorb information.
Yes.
But we're also incorporating really just real life. It's about more than learning how to budget.
Yes.
One of our activities that I'm the most excited for is actually before our simulation day, students will get practice being employed.
Oh.
And their employer in the classroom will ask them, maybe it's do jumping jacks. On day 2 is, all right, do sit-ups or something silly. You know, they're kids. The student selected to be the employer is probably going to come up with something silly. And then they get to hand over a strip of money. And that's the paycheck.
Yes.
And in the front of the classroom, there's 3 waste baskets. And those are labeled. Any guesses? Where does part of your paycheck go before you get to see it?
Well, there's always good old Social Security and federal and state withholding. And then you look at that amount and go, I worked all those hours for this.
Yes. So it's kind of a what you see is not what you get.
That's right.
Because as educators, as adults, we might encourage students like, well, look at the salary when you accept a job or when you're looking for positions. Well, that salary isn't necessarily what's in your pocket.
Exactly.
That's not
right.
your take home and things like that. So
also there's, if they offer insurance, health insurance, and or if they have a 401k that you pay into, and they may match it, but you're paying into that too. So
yes, which the culminating point of the week that we get to spend with Spirit Lake High School will be a simulation day. And the students will have looked at their careers, they'll have learned about what part of their paycheck they are keeping, and have worked on some budgeting and loans and things like that. And then they'll have a simulation day where they're making decisions. And there will be booths around a room in the expo building, and they'll have the reins to make those decisions, except we have a booth that is labeled chance. Because that's life, right? So maybe at that booth, oh, you dropped your phone. Oh, you got a flat tire.
Yeah.
Or, hey, you got a bonus. Hey, nothing happened. Nothing changed.
Yeah.
Sometimes we really hope for that, don't we?
All these things come into play in life, yes.
So, one thing I'm really, really excited about with this program is the community support. Because it takes a lot to fill a room with booths where kids can connect to somebody maybe in an industry and learn about not only making decisions, but who can I talk to make these decisions?
Right.
What types of places exist as resources? So we've got awesome support coming from Farmers Savings Bank. We've got public health there at a booth where they're going to be learning about health insurance.
Yeah.
And, oh, well, if this happened medically, now what?
Yes.
And how does it impact the rest of my plan?
Yeah.
We've got Lakeland Realty and Central Bank on board, and so many volunteers. We're really excited.
Yeah, that is great resources to have. It's like we said, adulting is tough, and it can be expensive, and just to have the experience of having to make different decisions that impact your life is a great lesson for kids to learn.
Yes. Well, and to do so in a safe environment, it's a simulation.
Yeah.
If I end up negative 1,000 at the end and my friends are razzing me and hey, we've got State Farm coming and I think they're going to bring Jake, the cutout. So they're, to do it in a safe environment, I can take a selfie with Jake.
Yeah.
Oh man, I got less than all my friends at the end.
Yep.
But I learned.
Yes.
And now, in real life, after graduation, hopefully I'm a little more prepared.
Yeah.
And that's our goal.
I wish they'd have had things like this when I was a senior in high school. Because you learn what you do from your parents, but then you go out in the real world, and that's when the hard knocks start hitting you. And you learn that way. Here's an opportunity to absorb as much information as you can, and when you go out there, it's a little less guesswork. Okay, I've seen these choices before, and I know what happened. Maybe I can do better this time, for real.
Yes, or I know where a resource exists in my hometown if I'm not confident.
Yeah. So I bet you are excited to offer this, and so it starts. How long does it go there at the high school? It's going to be at the expo, though. Or is that what you said?
Our simulation day will be set up at the expo to accommodate all the booths for students to visit, and I think that makes it a little more real world too, right? Because it is someplace different, a slightly different environment, and we might walk into those every day.
Yes.
So, but we'll get to spend a week with students throughout the course of the program.
What a great program! I'm excited for them to have this leg up as they move on through life and get out of high school and start all over again. Very good. All right, Hannah. Now, if people want more information, what's the website? Or I know you're on Facebook too, and.
We are. So if you are looking for information about camps or public programs, our Facebook is a great tool. It's just search Dickinson County 4-H and Youth. Okay. Otherwise, we keep our school programs closed to the public. But we do take requests from teachers and districts all the time. Yeah,
and I know that you guys have great programming all throughout the year and encourage people to get on and look and see maybe something that just might be in their wheelhouse. So, yeah. Very good, Hannah. Thank you for stopping in here today and talking about all the great things Iowa State Extension here in Dickinson County.
Thank you.
All right, Hannah Dibble's been our guest here today. We appreciate her time and all that Iowa State Extension does. Go State once again. We thank you for watching us right here on Okoboji Broadcast.
Okoboji Broadcast from the studios at historic Arnold's Park Amusement Park is brought to you in part by West Wealth Management, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services. Advisor Jan Spielman, AJ Spielman, and Erica Wachholz. The headquarters of the University of Okoboji is at the Three Sons, open Monday through Saturday 10 to 5 and Sunday from 10 to 4. Bank Midwest, dream big, plan wisely, live well. Lakes Regional Healthcare and Avera Partner. Beck Engineering in Spirit Lake. Be Radiant Laser Skin Studio in the Okoboji Plaza in Okoboji.